received. Sky interior equipped 737S.138. 737 Classic interior in 3-3 economy class layout. Boeing 737ing standard interior with curved panels. Boeing 737ing Sky interior with pivot bins and LED lighting. Other variants 737 AEW and C. The Boeing 737 AEW and C is an airborne early warning and control version of the 737-700. The Boeing 737 AEW and C is a 737-700 IGW roughly similar to the 737-700. This is an airborne early warning and control AEW and C version of the 737ing. Australia is the first customer, as Project Wedgetail, followed by Turkey and South Korea. T43/CT43A. The T-43 was a 737-200 used by the United States Air Force to train navigators. The T-43 was a 737-200 modified for use by the United States Air Force for training navigators, now known as USAF Combat Systems Officers. Informally referred to as the Gator, an abbreviation of Navigator, and Flying Classroom. 19 of these aircraft were delivered to the Air Training Command at Mather AFB, California during 1973 and 1974. 2 additional aircraft were delivered to the Colorado Air National Guard at Buckley ANGB, later Buckley AFB, and Peterson AFB, Colorado, in direct support of cadet air navigation training at the nearby U.S. Air Force Academy. 2 T-43s were later converted to CT-43s, similar to the CT-40 Clipper below, in the early 1990s and transferred to Air Mobility Command and United States Air Forces in Europe, respectively, as executive transports. A third aircraft was also transferred to Air Force Materiel Command for use as a radar testbed aircraft and was redesignated as an NT-43A. The T-43 was retired by the Air Education and Training Command in 2010 after 37 years of service. 139, C-40 Clipper. The Boeing C-40 Clipper is a military version of the 737-700C. The Boeing C-40 Clipper is a military version of the 737-700C. It is used by both the United States Navy and the United States Air Force, and has been ordered by the United States Marine Corps. 140, technically, only the Navy C-40 variant is named Clipper, whereas the USAF C-40B/C variants are officially unnamed. P-8 Poseidon. The P-8 Poseidon is a 737-800 variant for anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, and shipping interdiction. The P-8 Poseidon developed for the United States Navy by Boeing Defense, Space and Security, based on the next generation 737-800ERX. The P-8 can be operated in the anti-submarine warfare, ASW, anti-surface warfare, ASA, and ship interdiction roles. It is armed with torpedoes, Harpoon anti-ship missiles and other weapons, and is able to drop and monitor sonobuoys, as well as operate in conjunction with other assets such as the Northrop Grumman MQ-4C Triton Maritime Surveillance Unmanned Aerial Vehicle, UAV. Boeing Business Jet, BBJ. BBJ cabin example. In the late 1980s, Boeing marketed the 77-33 jet, a business jet version of the 737-300. 141, the name was short-lived. After the introduction of the next generation series, Boeing introduced the Boeing Business Jet, BBJ, series. The BBJ-1 was similar in dimensions to the 737-700 but had additional features, including stronger wings and landing gear from the 737-800, and had increased range over the other 737 models through the use of extra fuel tanks. The first BBJ rolled out on the 11th of August, 1998, and flew for the first time on September 4.142. On the 11th of October, 1999, Boeing launched the BBJ-2. Based on the 737-800, it is 19 feet 2 inches, 5.84 m, longer than the BBJ-1 with 25% more cabin space and twice the baggage space, but has slightly reduced range. It is also fitted with auxiliary belly fuel tanks and winglets. The first BBJ-2 was delivered on the 28th of February, 2001. 142. Boeing's BBJ-3 is based on the 737-900. The BBJ-3 has 1,120 square feet, 104 square meters, of floor space, 35% more interior space and 89% more luggage space than the BBJ-2. It has an auxiliary fuel system, giving it a range of up to 4,725 nautical miles, 8,751 kilometers, and a head-up display. Boeing completed the first example in August 2008. This aircraft's cabin is pressurized to a simulated 6,500 foot, 2,000 m, altitude. 143, 144. Boeing Converted Freighter Program. The Boeing Converted Freighter Program, BCF, or the 737-800 BCF program, was launched by Boeing in 2016. It converts old 737-800 passenger jets to dedicated freighters. 145. The first 737-800 BCF was delivered in 2018 to JCAS, which is leased to East Atlantic. 146. Boeing has signed an agreement with Chinese YTO Cargo Airlines to provide the airline with 737-800 BCF spending a planned program launch. 147. Experimental. 737 aircraft have been used in Boeing test programs. In 2012, a new 737-800 bound for American Airlines became the first Echo demonstrator airframe in a program that continues annually into the 2020s. In conjunction with many industry partners, the program aims to reduce the environmental impact of aviation. In 2012 it tested the winglets which would eventually be used in the 737 MAX series. 148. Testing also included a variable area exhaust nozzle, regenerative hydrogen fuel cells for electrical power, and sustainable aviation fuel, SAF. In 2018, one of the 737 MAX 7 prototypes participated in Boeing's Quiet Technology Demonstrator 3, QTD3, program, in which a NASA engine inlet designed to reduce engine noise was tested over an acoustic array at Moses Lake, Washington. 149. A 737 MAX 9 was used as the 2021 Echo demonstrator. A new airframe in a special Alaska Airlines livery flew an extensive test program, a major part of which was the use of SAF in blends of up to 50%, including a flight from Seattle to Glasgow, Scotland, to attend the United Nations COP26 Climate Change Conference. 150. Other test areas included Halen-free fire extinguisher, ground testing only, a low-profile anti-collision light, and text-based air traffic control communications. 151. At the end of the testing the aircraft was returned to standard configuration. and was delivered to Alaska Airlines in 2022. Competition. United Airlines Airbus A320, front, and Boeing 737-900 on final approach. 737 vs A320 family deliveries per model 1967-2018. The Boeing 737 Classic, Next Generation and MAX series have faced significant competition from the Airbus A320 family, first introduced in 1988. The relatively recent Airbus A220 family now also competes against the smaller capacity end of the 737 variants. The A320 was developed to compete also with the McDonnell Douglas MD-80/90 and 95 series, the 95 later becoming the Boeing 717. Since July 2017, Airbus had a 59.4% market share of the re-engined single-aisle market, while Boeing had 40.6%. Boeing had doubts on over-ordered A320neos by new operators and expected to narrow the gap with replacements not already ordered. 152. However, in July 2017, Airbus had still 1,350 more A320neo orders than Boeing had for the 737 MAX. 153. Boeing delivered 8,918 of the 737 family between March 1988 and December 2018. 1. While Airbus delivered 8,605 A320 family aircraft over a similar period. Since first delivery in early 1988. 154, Airbus A320 family deliveries, 155, 156. Boeing 737 series deliveries, 157, 158. Operators. As of August 2021, the 5 largest operators of the Boeing 737 were Southwest Airlines, 736, Ryanair, 443, United Airlines, 383, American Airlines, 344, and Delta Airlines, 218. 159, civilian. The largest 737 operator is Southwest Airlines. In 2006, over 4,500 Boeing 737s were operated by more than 500 airlines, flying to 1,200 destinations in 190 countries, and on average 1,250 aircraft were airborne, with 2 either departing or landing every 5 seconds. 160. The 737 was most commonly flown aircraft in 2008, 161, 2009, 162, and 2010. 163. In 2013, over 5,580 Boeing 737s were operated by more than 342 airlines in 111 countries, which represented more than 25% of the worldwide fleet of large jet airliners. The 737 had carried over 16.8 billion passengers, twice of 7.1 billion world population in that time, over 119 billion miles, 192 billion kilometer, with more than 184 million flights or 264 million hours in the air. 164. In 2016, there were 6,512 Boeing 737 airliners in service, 5,567 737ings plus 945 737-200s and 737 Classics, more than the 6,510 Airbus A320 family. 165, while in 2017, There were 6,858 737s in service, 5,968 737ings plus 897 737-200s and classics, fewer than the 6,965 A320 family. 166. By 2018, over 7,500 Boeing 737s were in service and on average 2,800 aircraft were airborne, with 2 either departing or landing every 3 seconds, carrying around 3 million passengers daily. At the time, the global 737 fleet had carried over 22 billion passengers since its introduction. 167, as of June 2021, despite being the world's most delivered airliner, 9,315 Boeing 737s were in service, 168, slightly fewer than the 9,353 A320 family, 169, as more 737s were already out of service. Military. Indonesian Air Force Boeing 737-2X9 Surveyor, AI 7302, at Sultan Abdulaziz Shah Airport. Many countries operate the 737 passenger, BBJ, and cargo variants in government or military applications. 170, users with 737s include Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Chile, China, Colombia, Democratic Republic of the Congo, India, Indonesia, Iran, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Mexico, Mongolia, Netherlands, Nigeria, Pakistan, Peru, Poland, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States. Orders and deliveries. 737 deliveries per year, 1967-2018. The 737 had the highest cumulative orders for any airliner until surpassed by the A320 family in October 2019. 171. In that year, 737 orders dropped by 90%, as 737 MAX orders dried up after the March grounding. 172. The 737 MX backlog fell by 182, mainly due to the Jet Airways bankruptcy. A drop in Boeing's airliner backlog was a first in at least the past 30 years. 173. As of March 2023, 15,596 units of the Boeing 737 family had been ordered, with 4,219 orders were pending, or 3,585 when including additional criteria for recognizing contracted backlog with customers beyond the existence of a firm contract, ASC 606 adjustment. 1. Boeing delivered the 5,000-TH737 to Southwest Airlines on the 13th of February, 2006. The 6,000-TH737 to Norwegian Air Shuttle in April 2009, 174. The 7,000-TH737 to Fleet Dubai on the 16th of December, 2011, 164. The 8,000-TH737 to United Airlines on the 16th of April, 2014, 175, and the 9,000-TH737 to China United Airlines in April 2016. 176, the 10,000-TH 737 was ordered in July 2012. 177 rolled out on the 13th of March, 2018, and was to be delivered to Southwest Airlines. The backlog at the time stood at over 4,600 aircraft. 178, as of March 2023, 11,377 units of the Boeing 737 family had been delivered.